morning, y'all. Happy Thursday. We are back to the Crimson Diamond. Bebsy is here and twerking. And Eddie is here. Hello. Alright. Go ahead and load chapter 4 here. Alright. We're good. So, the story so far. Murder is afoot. Also, we're down in the cellar. There's a lot of food here. Let's look around. This is the lodge's root cellar. It's a few degrees cooler than the rest of the house, making it ideal for storing a wide variety of supplies with which to provision the lodge. Rad. There's a set of stairs in the east wall leading upwards. The shelves contain an array of root vegetables, as well as jarred and bottled goods. There are sacks full of apples and potatoes. My goodness, Jack has done such a wonderful job with this little vegetable patch. It was an impressive vegetable patch. Margot is here. Is she, though? Evan is here. I mean, her body is here. Let's talk to Evan. So sorry, Mr. Richards. Thanks, Nancy. Talk to Margot. You'll never be able to talk to Margot again, if that makes you sad. This game is great. Let's look at the shelves. The shelves in the root cellar are built solidly with no extraneous ornamentation. I mean, yep. Don't imagine you want to impress anybody down here other than the sheer amount of canned goods. They provide ample storage for wines, ciders, vinegars, preserves, boxes of apples, braids of garlic, and squashes. Squashes. Let's look at Margot. Margot is Evan Richards' paramour. She is more glamorous than you'd expect to see in these parts. Margot has shiny, flaxen hair, fair skin, and full lips. She's fashionably attired in a pink damask. I gotta hand it to the devs of this game. They have fully stuck to the, the theme of using all of these words that I've never seen or read before. Love that. There's so many older games where I'm like, what is that? Very good. God. The game is just really good. It fully ticks the box for, like, old point-and-click game fun times. With the advantage of not having to deal with DOSBox or other things to get it running. Like, it's very nice. Anyway. Ivory lace dress. I guess that other thing is a type of fabric. She seems sweet, but you've met charmers like her before. Margot's body has been temporarily laid to rest on a long wooden table. Oh, Margot. Look, Evan. I guess I should have been doing this to, like, all the characters, because we're getting full-on portraits and everything. I thought that was just because she's dead, but nope. Evan Richards is a husky, weather-beaten man in his mid-60s. He owns Crimson Lodge, although his sister Nessa might have something to say about that. He seems gruff and bothered about having his wildlife idle. I've seen that word before, but I've never actually read it. Disturbed, which isn't that unusual considering he is a recluse. Evan is lost in his thoughts. His shoulders droop and his head hangs down. Oh. Take garlic. Well, there are plenty of uses for garlic, both culinary and otherwise. You won't be needing it. There might be vampires out there. Come on. Take apple. There's the same small, sour, inedible apples in the orchard. You prefer them baked in a pie. They're not inedible. You're just being whiny. Take potato. As comforting as it would be to carry a potato around in your pocket, you resist the temptation. Boo! Look light. I don't see anything noteworthy. Alright. I just think they're neat. That's right. Alright, I'm gonna go now. According to Evan, Jack and Nathan will eventually be going to the train station. I wonder if I can catch them and ask them a few questions before they head out. Nathan and who? Jack, okay. Hello. Is that Kimmy back there? Okay. Oh dear, sorry to startle you. Why are you lurking, Kimmy? Hey, Nancy, we like lurkers here. Anything is edible, but not everything is food grade. That's fair. Yeah, not at all suspicious. Lurking? I was looking for owls. Uh-huh. Ask about Margot. I can't believe Margot's dead. What could have happened? It's terrible. Nancy, I'm getting scared. Don't worry, Kimmy. I'm sure there's an explanation. Sure like to find out. Ask about owls. Anything is edible once. There you go. I thought I might be able to see great horned owls or even short-eared owls because it's still summer. Or great gray owls. They're the largest in Ontario. Okay. What was that noise? So, like, they should be near the, Oh, no. Never mind. I guess they're just in the lodge. I'm going this way. Very, very interesting that she's, out there after we saw somebody running around outside through the conservatory windows. Everything looks so much more evil at night. Yeah, a little bit. Voices! Listen with glass. Quick searcher for candlesticks! With the help of the drinking glass, we can hear the convo. What an unpleasant complication. Margot had to die at such an inconvenient time. Oh man, why does everything bad happen to Nessa? Certainly wasn't what I was expecting. Uh-huh. I wonder. Never mind that right now. Help me jimmy this desk drawer open. Starting to think Father never made a will after all. I mean... Evan did say that, but maybe not to her. He was always such a grand dreamer and never very organized. Nothing in here but bits and bobs and newspaper clippings. We have our contingency plan. I'm not concerned. I'm stepping outside for a cig. Keep searching for a little while longer, but I've got to meet Albert in the gazebo soon. He seems like he's willing to help us with Plan B for a price. Uh-huh. Good. Don't hear anything notable coming from the study right now. Alright. Jack, what's good? Jack is not in the kitchen. My dude. Nobody in the conservatory. Actually, should I go in here and talk to them? Let's do that. Hello? What do you want? I didn't do anything. Why are you ransacking? I'm just tidying up in here. Evan's lazy, Jack's lazy. They lack the will to do what needs done. Uh-huh. What I'm doing is none of your business. Stay out of my way. Ask about Margot. Unsavory can't. Okay, you already said that. Stay away from her. I don't think I'll be having a problem with that. Look at the mess. Don't look at anything, don't touch anything. I'm busy here. Okay, Nessa. If I do look Nessa, it's just going to, Oh, wait. Corvus should be out here. Yeah. How you doing, Corvus? Doing just fine, Miss Maple. Ask about Margot. Not surprised. Women like her often meet ignoble ends. Okay. What do you mean by that? I'm sure a nice girl like you wouldn't understand. Okay. Alright, so I'm not actually allowed to take anything. Fine. Search for everybody in all of the places. Nothing looking suspicious here. Must have forgotten to lock my door. Yeah, how about that? I'm busy, miss. Run along. No. Margot's death, a shame, certainly, but none of my business. I'm a very busy man, Miss Maple. Okay. I know, right? The door wasn't even closed. Come on. Uh-huh. So apparently the ruby brooch was in here. Okay, blouses. Yeah, it's hidden somewhere. Can I just say look for... Uh-huh, underwear. Got it. Teehee undies. Uh-huh. Alright. I mean, I guess I don't need to be looking for that right now. I'd be shocked if she put it in one of her purses or something. Alright, so the boys are not indoors anywhere. In one of her many shoes. Perhaps. Very spooky out here. Alright, the Cramorants are still here, so that's fine. You guys in the boathouse? Nobody in the boathouse. Kimmy's lurking around looking for owls. Seriously, she's gonna be the villain all along. Looks like I stumbled into a conversation. Maybe if I'd approached from a different direction. We'll talk later. We aren't alone anymore. What are you guys up to? Just getting some fresh air. Uh-huh. Really? Well, found some interesting samples on the riverbank this afternoon. Actually, I used a trowel to dig into the dirt. Otherwise, I wouldn't have found anything. Is that so? Can we have a look? Of course. You should have the samples you collected from the river to Nathan and Jack. They inspect the samples intensely and exchange meaningful looks. What do you think? Very nice, Nancy. These are white garnets, pretty big ones too. Yes, sirree, very pretty. Maybe get them set in silver when you're back in the city. White garnets, are you sure? Yes, very sure. Mm-hmm. Well, okay. Excuse me, I have to go to the carriage house and prepare the automobile for Jack's drive to the train station. Thanks, Nat. Of course, good evening. Nice night for a walk, isn't it? Sure is, Jack. Someone just died. I got these rocks, so don't look at these rocks. Darn it, I missed talking to Nathan. I ought to find him and question him before he leaves. Talk. Jack. Jack, what are you looking for? I can help. Never you mind. Rather late for you to be out, isn't it? It really looked like you and Nathan were looking for something on the riverbank. Well, Margot lost an earring here a while back. A pretty one. So sometimes when I've got time, I'll take a look. Uh-huh. Sure. Ask about Margot. I can't believe she's gone. What do you think happened to her? Jack shifts uncomfortably and seems reluctant to meet your gaze. I think we should let it be, Nancy. Uh-huh. Evan's in a bad way right now. We should give him peace and not interfere. Uh-huh. If Nessa was a nicer person, I'd say the theft of her brooch was a real shame. Uh-huh. You want to ask about the Steins? Okay. Yeah, there's a pair of silver wedding steins that were in the curio cabinet. They're gone now. I don't know where they are. Honest, Nancy. I will say, I don't think they're in the lodge. Just a feeling. Uh-huh. Okay. You have a good night, Nancy. Thanks, Jack. You too. Look for Steins. Look at the dirt. Riverbanks are prime locations for mineralogical samples. All sorts of minerals and precious metals can be found in rivers. In fact, the Klondike Gold Rush kicked off in a creek much like this one. The sample I've collected from the riverbank has many stories to tell, I'm sure. Nancy, we're looking for people burying stuff in... Okay. Nathan and Jack have left shoe prints all along the riverbank. Look at shoe prints. Even in the moonlight, it's easy for you to see the imprints Nathan and Jack made with their shoes. Follow shoe prints. Achieves little effect. Okay. Examine shoe prints. The shoe prints on this side of the bridge are quite large and freshly made. Considering I witnessed Nathan making these shoe prints, I can conclude he wears size 16. There we go. We got some clues. Oh, God. Let's try that again. Jack was walking quite extensively on this part of the riverbank. These shoe prints are size 12. Alright. Nathan. Aha! I've closed the door. Now you're trapped in here with me. Good evening, Nathan. Ah, I thought maybe you were Evan. Sometimes he likes to walk the grounds when he's troubled. I wonder where he is now. He's in the cellar. Jack's putting his head in the Shino Ballo. Margot's death is shocking. She was a kind woman. It's a sad state of affairs. I've known Evan a long time. I've never seen him like this. He needs to grieve. Jack's driving to the train station to send a telegram about Margot. This is ranger business. Ask about River. I don't know anything about that. I'm sure you don't. Ask about Jack. Jack should be along shortly. He may be in the bedroom he's sharing with Corvus getting ready. He's driving to the train station to say, we got that. Just getting the automobile ready for him. Ask about car. Evan gave me his father's automobile when it started needing constant maintenance. It had become a hassle for him to call on me to fix it at the lodge, so he said I could have it. It worked out for both of us. I got to own an automobile, which is a rarity up here, and Evan made room in his carriage house for a new one. Did he now? Where's the new one? Ask about Nessa. I saw her walking around just north of here. She had no love for Margot, but even still, she's being pretty insensitive. I mean, yeah. No time for baseball. Evan is her brother after all, and he's just suffered a terrible loss. Yeah, she's kind of, well, you know. Ask about murder. You don't know anything about that, Found Nathan again. I mean... What else should I ask him about? Ask about... Silver... Steins. Now that Margot's gone, someone else should know about this. Your notes read like a crazy person. Yeah, I am not a fan of how they're organized. Which seems to be chronologically, and I get that. But... that does not help me, like, group everything together. And I know that's kind of unrealistic if you just have a bunch of... Oh, I don't know. If you had a little bit of forethought, you could make your own little checklist and stuff. But, Oh, salted thumbprint cookie. Find Nathan again. Found Nathan again. Oh. Anyway, he knows something about the Steins. About what? Margot entrusted the silver wedding steins to me. She wanted me to keep them at my home until Nessa and Corvus had departed. I somewhat understand about Nessa wanting her share. Couldn't one stein go to her and one to Mr. Richards? Evan loves his parents. It was their wish that the steins not be separated. Nessa knew that too, and so did Margot. Evan is a good man, but he'd cut off his own nose to spite his face, especially when it comes to his sister. Margot knew what Evan's like, so she couldn't ask him to hide the steins. He would have given Nessa both of them to placate her. And then the steins would have been sold off to the highest bidder. It is within Nessa's rights to turn the lodge upside down looking for the steins, as this was her house too. So Margot couldn't ask Jack to hide them here, nor could she effectively hide them herself, which is why she asked me. Why are you telling me? It can't be just because I asked. No, it's because things are getting dangerous. Nessa has proven even more vindictive than I imagined. In case something happens to me, someone else should know about the steins, and restore them to their rightful owner once the danger has passed. To return what was once given in good faith. Evan promised that to me, about this lodge and the lands. I hope to repay that gesture. Yoink! Mine now. I know it can be hard to tell sometimes. Evan and I are friends. Longtime friends who sometimes are at odds and sometimes keep secrets, but always friends. Please help me keep the secret from Evan until I can return the steins safely to him. I understand, I won't tell. Hey, Evan! Thank you, Nancy. Okay, rad. Oh, hey, Jack. Oh, Nancy, I wasn't expecting to see you here. Excuse me. Going to look for Evan. I can tell he's upset, but you know how he is. Always going off on his own, yeah. Maybe try the jetty? Thanks, I'll check there. I have a few other places in mind first. My meeting with Albert in the boathouse begins shortly. You're meeting Albert in the boathouse, but Nessa's supposed to be meeting Albert in the gazebo. We'll look for Evan after that. Good luck. Ask about Albert. Keeps to himself. Yeah, he sure does. Okay. Pardon me, Miss Maple, I'm expected elsewhere. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump out the window. Good night, Nancy. Thank Nathan. Wonder where Nathan's off to. Surely not the boathouse that he just mentioned. Okay, should we check the gazebo then? Okay, he's not at the gazebo. Well, Albert isn't. Good lord, his eyes. That's creepy. Hi, Nathan. Oh, Nathan, it's such a nice night, isn't it? Ah, Nancy, if you don't mind, I'd prefer to be by myself right now. Certainly. Uh-huh. It's just like, oh my god, why did you follow me here? I can't get out the door. Eh. Hey, Albert. Excuse me, Miss Maple, I'm meeting someone in there. Excuse me. I don't hear any voices behind the boathouse door, even with the aid of the drinking glass. River's too loud to hear anything, even though I know Nathan and Albert are in there having a conversation. Goodbye. Alright. Gentlemen. Alright, you at the gazebo? Yet? No. Alright, who else is running around outside at night? Nessa! Where are you going? Ah, Nessa and Corvus seem to be having an intense conversation. If I can get closer, maybe I'll be able to hear what they're saying. Too far away. There we go. You conceal yourself behind an ideally situated apple tree. Won't be needing this anymore. Nessa takes a silver flask from her pocket and pours it out onto the grass. Poison? What's that? Water adulterated with poison. I soaked flypaper in a glass jar and poured the liquid into my silver flask. Gross. Toss the jars over the waterfall, easy as pie. Sure, just kill the wildlife, I guess. I didn't think it would be quite so effective. I was thinking it would be more gradual, less dramatic. Tart couldn't even die properly, but no matter. Oh my god, no way! She did it with poison. It could look suspicious and be investigated. What does it matter? There aren't any rangers around or any other form of law in this godforsaken place. We don't want any more complications. This will all be over soon, but we'll need to be bold. I'm ready for the next step. Good. What a strange conversation. That's what... Okay, Nancy. Nessa mentioned tossing some jars into the river by the waterfall. I should go to the waterfall and take a look. Alright. Look. Poison. Okay, I don't see anything noteworthy. Anybody in the smokehouse? Nobody in the smokehouse. Hey, the salt is open. Take salt. Alright, we just got a handful. We'll put it right in our pocket. Neat. Be careful not... Yeah, huh? That's hilarious. I didn't think we could actually die in this game. Oh no. We actually have to reload and do all that again. Oh no. Saw it in the walkthrough as a warning and didn't want to spoil it. I didn't think it would actually let me fall. Anyway, hi Kimmy. Yes, lurking. Ask about Margot. Uh-huh. Ask about Steins. Silver objects in the curio cabinet? Yes, I've been admiring them. The workmanship is splendid. They look very old. Okay. Alright, the boys aren't down here yet. Oh wait, it was the bridge, not the jetty. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. The salt isn't open yet. Interesting. The jar is there, though. To find a safe way to get closer. Alright. Get out of there, Kimmy. You can hear Jack and Nathan talking, but the sound of the river's making it hard to hear them. Wonder what they're up to. Fresh air, look at the samples. I don't know if I was supposed to maybe hide behind the tree there on the side, but... Yes, pretty rocks. Pair of silver wedding steins. They were in the curio cabinet. They're gone now. You don't know where they are. Don't think they're in the lodge. Okay. Bye, Nathan again. Oh my god. Damaged shoe prints. I'm surprised I could do this while Jack is here. Nate wears a 16, Jack wears a 12. Okay. Ask about silver steins. Alright. We've got that. We can leave. Jack is here. There he goes! Whee! Okay. Gonna go now. Can't imagine where he's off to. Oh my god, there he is! So the river's too loud. He wants to be alone. Okay. And then I can't hear them having their conversation. So we need to get him out so that he can be on his way to the gazebo with Nessa. Alright, they're having an intense conversation. Hey, lady. No, we died, so I'm redoing this part. Get back behind the tree. That was my computer. Everybody's stuff is fine. Alright. She's pouring out the poison. Alright. So I need to find a safe way to get those jars out. But also I need to check out the smokehouse because this bag of salt is open. Just breathes through the Albert and Nathan meeting. Ew! Uncomfortable. I don't know what I need this for, but this bag's open, so I'm gonna take it. I got too close to the river and fell in. We're actually going to, save game here. Tie rope to tree. Tie rope to self. Not walking around with this rope tied around me. Take jar. Take the glass jar. Yeah. We picked that up a while ago, and I've been wondering what it's been for this entire time. Untie rope. Untie rope from tree. Oh, okay. Take rope. Your enthusiasm to secure the rope to the tree, you created a series of utterly undoable knots. Bah! The rope has done its part. Come on, we need more rope all the time. Mr. Richards, there you are. Mr. Richards? Oh, he's just drinking. Evan doesn't acknowledge your presence. He looks lost in thought, or maybe highly inebriated. Possibly both. Yeah, that was a skinny little tree. I was kind of worried it was just gonna snap. Well done, we found him. Talk, Evan. Mr. Richards, what are you doing here? He keeps drinking. Drink whiskey. Let me have a drink with him. Come on. Alright. Look at the jam jar. Yeah, I should probably look at that, huh? Considering it's got poison. Jar you retrieve from the raging river. Inside is a damp strip of flypaper. Looks like one of Jack's jam jars. Dun dun dun. Rock salt appears fairly unremarkable, and we've just got a handful of that in our pockets. As expected, the rock salt is composed of irregularly shaped crystals, but are generally cubic in shape. They are whitish to colorish. Whitish? Oh my god, colorish? Yeah, okay. Whitish in color. Good god. My brain is just self-destructing here. Some of the crystals appear irregularly shaped, more octahedral than cubic, but salt is fairly brittle and is water-soluble, so they can be just about any shape. Thank you, geology. Closer inspection reveals a white powder residue at the bottom of the jar, a strip of damp flypaper inside the jar, and a small oily spot on the outside of the jar. Fingerprint the jar. Yeah, I was just looking for people and saw that the salt bag was open, so I was like, yoink. Take fly paper from jar. Oh, Difficult to get a closer look at the fly paper in the jar, but you conclude that you can see it well enough. Okay. I hear rumbling in the distance. Is that thunder? Sounds like an automobile heading toward the carriage house. Is Jack back from the train station? Maybe I should head over there and see what's going on. Or I could head to the lodge and see what's going on there. I feel like I need to start saving, like, a lot. I probably don't need to be too careful, but, like, I'm scared now. It's fine. So fuddled. What to do with the salt bag? We thought it was always open. Yeah. Yeah, I only realized it was different because we went in there earlier and I was upset that we couldn't just open the bag. Man, this drinking glass is getting so much use. They can't know why you're really here. Who knows what could happen. Of course. Oh my god, it's Alfred. He's the commander on this base. I understand the potential risk involved. I will be discreet with my investigation. We'll just say you were in the area and that's how you got here so soon, and not that you were already on your way. Understood. Young lady, Margot. Yes, Margot. Is there any reason to believe her death was suspicious? She's always been a bit sickly. Don't bother yourself with that. Just make like you're looking into her death. That'll be a good cover, but focus on what you're really here for. Okay, Jack. Conversation seems to be over. Let's meet the new guy. Hello, Nancy. This here's Ranger Murdoch. Lucky for us, he was in the region. How do you do, miss? Oh, pleased to meet you. We're all gonna meet up in the dining room. Come along when you can. Will do. Come to think of it, I'm gonna have a cup of tea in the kitchen before heading to the dining room. It was a thirsty ride back. Good evening. Please meet us in the dining room. Yes, sir. Okay. Alright. I had to see if there's anything suspicious happening in there. Nessa and Albert are not in the gazebo yet. So we do need to head... Okay. Evan's still being sad, that's fine. Do need to head to the dining room, but... Let's see what else we can find in here. I don't see any changes in here. We can make our own poison. Oh. Okay, we're just leaving this completely unguarded. You determinedly decide to take a closer look at Margot's body. Type exit or click the exit button to stop your examination. Okay. Yeah, Nessa and Albert are supposed to be at the gazebo at some point during the night, but we'll see. You pull away at the sheet covering Margot. Your desire to understand what happened outweighs your squeamishness. Despite Margot's panicked final moments, she now appears peaceful. This music. Question, when do you learn that? You walk into the lodge and then you hear voices outside of, Evan's study. Because Nessa and Corvus are in there having a conversation, and so you eavesdrop on them, and then, Nessa mentions something about needing to meet him later. And then Corvus goes outside for a smoke. Margot has lovely facial proportions. She was truly a beauty. Examine lips. Okay. There we go. She drank the poison. Having drawn closer to her mouth to get a closer look, you do detect an unusual odor emanating from it. Examine eyes. Another secret conversation we ended up missing. Yeah, I've been trying to be super careful about hitting all of the Eavesdropping spots when I can. Eyes are closed and shouldn't be disturbed. Besides, what would I do if I couldn't close them again? It's fine. You're surprised to find that Margot's impeccably coiffed hair is hiding some thinning areas and a few bald patches. Huh. Examine... chest? Don't be naughty. Okay. Examine nose. On closer inspection, Margot's nose appears to be enviably poreless. Oh! Oh! Examine hands. Intense scrutiny of Margot's skin reveals no bruises or abrasions, but you do find some rough, scaly areas on her hands and feet, darkened areas, and red patchy lesions on her lower legs. Okay, so she's got psoriasis and or eczema. Wonder if these skin problems have something to do with her aches and pains. Ah, psoriatic arthritis, eh? I gotta say, I didn't think I'd be able to take my own, health issues and apply them to a video game, but here we are. That's very interesting. What else should I check out? Examine... shoulders? I don't know, you can't use shoulders in this game. Okay. We'll just... plenty of areas that would warrant closer examination. Margot's still wearing her plush blue bathrobe with its 2 pockets and matching sash. Her hair glistens even in the low light of the root cellar. Her lips and skin, while still lovely, are starting to take on less than lovely hues. Look in pockets. You find a small silver key in one of Margot's pockets. Rad. Can we get a better look at her torso? Undo sash. Okay, never mind. Okay. So it specifically mentioned the spots that we already looked at. Pockets were the only thing we seem to have been missing. So let's go ahead and back out of there. You carefully replace the sheet covering Margot. Alright, thanks. Let's take a look at that key. I did not take the key. I'm back, baby. There we go. Wonder what this opens. Alright. Okay. We have to get out of there in case she suddenly jumps up and, you know, is a zombie. A small silver key, okay. Doesn't benefit from closer examination, okay. It does have a heart shape, though. We're gonna save. Chapter 4 key. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay. So we've got a key now. We could just walk straight into the dining room, but I don't want to do that. Let's go see if anybody's at the gazebo yet. Not yet. Nessa's not here. We could look at this mess. Don't see anything noteworthy. Take paper. You're a mineralogist, not a forensic accountant. Nancy, you're currently investigating a murder. Yep, they have been rifled through. She didn't do a good job cleaning up. I know, right? Gotta go call her out on her BS. Hey, Nate. Good evening, Nathan. Good evening, Nancy. Jack poked his head in here to tell me he's back and that the automobile managed to stay in one piece for his journey. Rad. He also said that a ranger's come to the lodge and that this ranger wants to have a meeting in the dining room. Perhaps you should head there. Okay, thanks. Ask about ranger. Why don't you join us in the dining room, Nate? They're the law in these parts. Ranger Dan visits the lodge on occasion. I avoid the rangers, even the nice ones. I never know when one might decide to make my life more difficult. Alright, that's fair. Especially considering I sneak off the reservation to visit, which is against their laws. Ah. I had no idea. Please keep that to yourself. Okay. Of course. Yeah, interesting. Jack was gone like 10 minutes. Okay, he went really fast. Look at the jam jar. Looked at jam jar. Examined the jam jar. Examined the jam jar. And found white residue inside. Dust the jam jar for fingerprints. I tried. It didn't let me. Small oily spot on the outside of the jar. Yeah, fingerprint jar. Okay, I tried this already, and she was like, nah, don't worry about it. Okay, lift fingerprint. Lift fingerprint from jar. No need to lift it from... Okay. It was in the river, there wouldn't be fingerprints, but wherever. Yeah! Yeah. Reveal the fingerprint. Examine. Upon even closer examination of the fingerprint on the jam jar and comparing it to the rest of your collection, you conclude, aha, this fingerprint belongs to Nessa. I mean, yeah. Alright. What else do we need to do? I know, right? We've been new! The ranger isn't here to investigate Margot's death. He has another purpose. Dun dun dun. Find out what the silver key opens. Nathan risks losing his Indian status if he's caught off reservation. I don't think they can take that away from you. What? The Mounties just come over and do some kind of spell and just... Boom! White! What? I know what it means. It's just worded funny. Examine the jam jar again. Found Nessa's fingerprint on the glass jar. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Nicolas Cage and the, John Madden biopic. Let's go. Jack's gonna have some tea before dinner. Talk. Jack. Hello, Jack. Hi, Nancy. There's a meeting in the dining room. Go on in. No. Ask Jack about... Oh my god. Jar. Oh yeah, that's one of my jam jars for sure. I'd know it anywhere. Why is there flypaper inside? Where'd all the jam go? Did you eat it all? No, I found it by the eastern waterfall, caught up in the rocks. So I was right. Some of my jam jars have gone missing. Who on earth is throwing them away like that? I found Nessa's fingerprint on the outside of the jar. I think she was soaking flypaper in this jar to extract the poison from the flypaper. Whatever's in it, we know the flypaper is pretty deadly stuff. I saw Nessa pouring out a silver flask out in the orchard after Margot died. She said she didn't need it anymore. I bet that's where she stored the extracted poison. I've just brought Ranger Murdoch back to the lodge. Just so happens he was in the area. You should tell him about this. Will do, Jack. Alright. Tell Ranger about your investigation. Alright. I don't want to go in just yet. I would like to see where the others are loitering. Nobody in the mudroom. Nobody in the parlor. Nobody in the shed. Well, not shed, but, you know. We already went through the study. Let's go upstairs real quick and see what Albert's up to. Anybody in the bathroom? Nah. There's so many of these extra rooms we haven't done anything with yet. Which is nice, but also like... Huh. Talk. Nessa. Hi, Nessa. It's very late and I'm tired. I have no patience for you right now. Ask Nessa about jar. Nessa, I found your fingerprint on this jam jar. So what? I found it in the river. There's a damp strip of flypaper in the jar. And if you examine the jar closely, there's a white powdery residue inside. I'm sure there's a lab down in the city that could tell us what that is. I'm guessing it's a deadly poison. When she was alive, Margot spoke of bodily aches and pains and nausea, but those were recent occurrences. Probably around the time you and Corvus showed up to the lodge, I'm assuming. I examined Margot's body. I found indications that her body had been exposed for some time to arsenical compounds. I found your I saw you empty your flask in the apple orchard. You were concealing arsenic-infused water in your flask. I overheard your conversation with Corvus in the apple orchard. Pretty incriminating. She's gonna murder me, isn't she? I've deduced enough about Margot's fate to make a decent case to the authorities. I believe you murdered Margot and used some sort of poison to do it. Nessa fixes you with a stony stare. You think so? We'll see. If I find more evidence, I can ask Nessa about the jam jar again. Can I? But I'm pretty pleased with my detective work. I'll bring this to the authorities. Oh my god. I'm surprised she didn't just, like, hit me with a lamp or something. Confronted Nessa about jam jar. Yeah. I'm doing this stuff out of order. Seems like Albert is downstairs already. Corvus isn't, though. Hi, Corvus. Ah, Miss Maple, please, isn't it past your bedtime? I have a lot of work still to do tonight. Please go away. Ask about jam jar. What I know about that would probably go over your head. Uh-huh. Ask about jar. Ask about Nessa. Well, if you must know, Miss Crab was looking for something in the study. Before you ask, no, it's none of your business. Ah. Uh-huh. What have we here? You haven't fooled me with your timid act. I'm on to you. If you dare follow me once I'm done here, you won't make it to your next destination. Okay, we threatening Kimmy now? Consider yourself warned. Note has been added to your notebook. Door is locked. Uh-huh. What's going on around here? Albert just yelled at me. Kimmy's holding a large map. She looks a bit flustered. He seemed very upset about my map. I was just planning my next birding trip. Well, if this map upsets him so much, I'll just get rid of it. Don't throw it in the fire. Kimmy tosses the map onto the fireplace and sets it alight. Excuse me, Nancy. I'm going to the bathroom to calm down a bit. I just want to be alone, okay? Take map, quick! Map is a little too hot to handle right now. I need water. I need water. Hang on, hang on. Where can I get water? Take picture. Already got a drinking glass. You don't need another. Fill. Let's just do take water and see what, fill glass with water. Oh my god! Fill mug with water. Any faucet in the lodge, huh? Okay, fine. Oh, there's an ensuite bathroom right here. Take water. Fill glass with water. There we go. Rad. Let's go, let's go! This better not be Rip. Pour water on fire. Take map. Rad! Look at us sleuthing. The map is slightly charred and damp, but is still mostly intact. There's a circled location on the map. It's the Sulaks. Oh no! Why would Albert be upset by a map with the Sulaks circled? Ooh. Alright. Albert confronted Kimmy about something. Uh-huh. Interesting. Go on. That map should be ash by now. Right. Oh man, one of the corners is slightly charred. Oh man. Alright, door's still locked. Kimmy's in the bathroom. Hello? Please, I just want some peace and quiet. No. Nancy Maple doesn't do that. Ah! Please leave me alone. She seems pretty upset. I should let her be. Fine. Or that is the coldest fire in existence. I mean, to be fair, she did just light it, and, you know, maybe there were just little teeny tiny flames and it hadn't really, like, yet. Alright. Okay. I suppose I should go in the dining room. Because we can't talk to Albert or Kimmy about that. You settle into a chair around the dining table. Ah, Nancy, there you are. We're about to get started. Ah, convenient. Everyone is here, kind of. Where's Mr. Richards? Don't you worry, miss. Mr. Richards needs time to be alone with his thoughts. He'll probably be here in a bit. This here's Ranger Murdoch. He was out on patrol by the train station, lucky for us. Uh-huh. I told him about poor Margot. He said he wouldn't mind stopping by and filing a report. Report? Whatever for? She had a fit and died. Bury her and be done with her. You super poisoned her, you witch! Gives me the creeps having a dead body around. I'm sure nothing's amiss, but how could I turn down Jack's hospitality? I'll take a look, file a report of the death, and save old Doc Travers a trip up here, okay? What about the bridge explosion? Do you have any news about that? I forgot the bridge exploded. That was like 2 days ago. It is gone from my mind. Bridge explosion. News doesn't travel very fast in these parts. I'm out in the bush for most of the time. Okay. Of course, I was so distracted by Margot's death that I completely forgot to mention the bridge to Ranger Murdoch. Oh yeah, that's very convenient. Anyway, I sent a telegraph to the closest town. I'm sure the appropriate authorities are handling it. I'm sure. Bears and raccoons are more my jurisdiction. Not much happens out this way. I mean, to be fair, they are kind of always up to something, aren't they? Tomorrow morning, I'll take a look at Miss Margot and be on my way. Go look at her now. She's just gonna decompose and get gross. Sounds good. My, it's late. You must be bushed. I'll get you set up in the spare room upstairs. Are we done here? I'm dreadfully tired. I'm sure you are. Tired from all the murder. I am tired as well. Uh-huh. Nessa and Corvus leave the table after exchanging what seems to be a series of impatient looks. Kimmy follows soon after, seemingly unwilling to appear rude by leaving first. By the time Jack shows the ranger to the spare room, you realize a lot of time has passed and Mr. Richards still hasn't turned up. Oh, he's just gonna be dead in the river, isn't he? I should check up on Mr. Richards. Excellent job! Kudos on your thorough investigative technique. Oh, yeah. Oh no, where's Mr. Richards? Escalations, Chapter 5. Dun dun dun. You're shocked to see such disarray. I don't like the look of this. Type review to check the status of your Evan investigation. I could have reviewed on the previous thing too, but I didn't. Game has autosaved. Yeah, let's do that. I know that Mr. Richards wears rubber-soled shoes. Maybe I should examine the jetty and see if that will reveal anything about his movements. I now know Mr. Richards' shoe size. I can use it to trace his movements at the jetty. That's right, I did examine his boots already. I did see Mr. Richards on the jetty. I wonder if he left any fingerprints behind. Can I place anyone else at the jetty? Yeah. I'll need everyone's shoe sizes before I can figure that out. Okay. Examine jetty. While there are some splashes of liquid on the jetty, they don't appear to be water from the river. Yikes, look at all this broken glass. I can also see some scuffs and a wet shoe print. Examine glass. Glass has been knocked over, its contents spilled out onto the jetty. What a waste of good Canadian whiskey. You think you can see an oily mark on the outside of the overturned whiskey glass. Let's do it. Fingerprint whiskey glass. Uh-huh. A fingerprint. Better be careful and not stray too close to the edge of the jetty. Uh-huh. Lift. Print. There we go. You tear off a piece of paper, press it onto the powdered fingerprint. Got it. Let us examine. Just put it in my stack of prints here. There we go. Reveal the fingerprint on the overturned drinking glass. Your extremely helpful collection of fingerprints obtained from everyone at the lodge. Obtained in some very interesting places too. Got it. Compare prints. There we go. Conclude that this is Evan's fingerprint. Makes sense. Yep. The fingerprint on the glass jar belongs to Nessa. Yeah. Okay, it's just giving me the old one then. Examine, scuff marks. The direction of the scuff marks appear to lead away from the jetty and into the woods to the north. The scuff marks were made by rubber-soled shoes. Rad. Mr. Richards wore rubber-soled shoes and boots. These scuffs were most likely made by him, yes. Definitely didn't jump or fall into the fierce current. More likely, Mr. Richards was dragged away from the river. Okay. Examine shoe prints. You ascertain the shoe print came from a size 14 foot. Alright. Mr. Richards wears size 12. He definitely didn't make shoe prints on or around the jetty. Shoe prints on the jetty came from size 14 feet. Jack's are size 12. I know Jack didn't make these shoe prints, but who did? He could have just worn bigger shoes. Who knows what size Nessa's feet are under that long skirt? I'll need to investigate. Now I'm just imagining she's got like Sideshow Bob feet. Where have I seen Kimmy walking around outside? Could she have left some shoe prints on moist ground? What would be an unobtrusive way to learn Corvus's shoe size? I wonder if he's left any shoe prints anywhere. Albert could be mixed up in all this, but I'll need to find out his shoe size before I can say for certain one way or another. Nathan's feet are size 16. I'm relieved that he wasn't involved in whatever happened here. Type size check to review whose shoe sizes you still need to learn. Alright, let's see. Well, Kimmy has been over here. Oh, nice. You can clearly see the shoe prints Kimmy left behind when she strayed close to the river while looking for ducks. Glad she didn't slip on those rocks. I would have felt terrible. Upon closer inspection of Kimmy's shoe prints, you can conclude she wears a size 6 or 6.5. Got it. Okay, let's not fall in the river again. So we have Kimmy's shoe size. Albert was over here. Don't see anything noteworthy. Okay. Nope, okay. And we got the footprints from both of those guys. Not gonna get any closer. We're not doing that again. Hello? Signs of a struggle continue in the area around the smokehouse. The scuff marks and shoe prints continue along the path and into the smokehouse. The door to the smokehouse is shut tight, but you can hear some indistinct noises inside. Jesus. Examine scuff marks. Scuff marks lead into the smokehouse. Uh-oh. Whose shoe prints are these? Learning everyone's shoe sizes will help me figure that out. Got it. Okay, these shoe prints came from size 14 and size 8 shoes. Okay. Mr. Richards seems to have been dragged into the smokehouse, though I'm still not sure why. I need to learn everyone's shoe sizes. Got it, got it, got it. Uh-huh. Go back to the jetty and take a closer look. I already got the shoes over there. What is this? Take item. Oh my god, that worked. You pick up the round metal button. Who could this belong to? I should look more closely at people and what they're wearing. Oh, okay. Oh. There, it didn't do the thing. The metal button is shiny and appears to be pretty new. Why do I feel like this is Albert's? What you doing, Nathan? Nancy, I'm busy in here. Please step outside. Nathan is frantically rummaging in the smokehouse. Nathan, where's Mr. Richards? What's happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. If you don't have any helpful information, please leave me to figure this out. Of course. On one hand, I'm relieved I didn't stumble onto anything ghastly. But on the other, where's Mr. Richards and what's happened to him? Need to come to some conclusions. Okay. Seems to be dragged to the smokehouse. I'm not sure why. Got it. Very sneaky. Just have to see if there's shoe prints anywhere out here. Anybody in here? No? Okay. Uh-oh. You see some possible signs of a struggle. There are scuffs and shoe prints in the grass and on the path, and some tree branches have been snapped off. What is that? I mean, we already saw the... What's on the tree? What is that? That doesn't help. You see little puddles of liquid haphazardly scattered along the path here lit by the moon. The more you look at the scene, the more convinced you become that whatever happened at the jetty continued in this part of the woods. You see scuffs and shoe prints in the grass. And on the path to the south and east, you can also see some freshly broken branches. Take branches. Okay, examine shoe prints. You can see a smattering of shoe prints here that appear to come from two different sized shoes. 14s and 8s. Got it. Examine scuff marks. Someone was dragged here from the jetty. Got it. Rubber-soled shoes. Mr. Richards. Got it. Mr. Roper. Scuff marks found here. Look like they were also made by Mr. Richards. Got it. Okay. Seriously, what is this, and why can I not take that? Look at tree. Okay. Examine branch. Okay, I have to examine it first. You can clearly see some long brown and gray hairs caught in the tree branches. Interesting. These look familiar. Take hairs. Let's interfere with the crime scene. These might be useful bits of evidence. Long gray and brown hairs you found caught on the broken branches of a tree. Yep, that definitely is pointing towards Nessa. These long gray and brown hairs still have their follicles, indicating they were removed with some force. Brad? Only Nessa has hair like this. Dun dun dun. She probably has size 8 shoes. But the puddles continue up this way. Most of the spilled liquid you see here has been absorbed by the grass, but you can still smell it. Definitely alcohol is unmistakably Canadian whiskey. What could have caused this, or who? And it goes to the dining room. The porous paving stones have soaked up most of the liquid, but you still smell a strong aroma of alcohol. Oh dear. You open the door leading into the dining room. Dun dun dun. And the trail goes cold. Okay, we just took a lot of notes on things here. Wish Nancy had been crawling along the floor just smelling. Oh. Okay, so we still need to know whose button that is, and, everybody's shoe sizes, so we need to go to the mudroom. I guess, again. Well, I think we got all of the boots from the mudroom, though. Yeah, because we got, Jack, Evan, and, Margot's boots from that. It's just the bar again. Okay. Nobody in the conservatory. Alright. Have you already, met at the gazebo yet? They're probably meeting up there to, start their shenanigans. Alright, let's see. Okay. They're surely meeting for a tea party and nothing nefarious, of course. You know what? When Kimmy was in the bathroom, I should have gone out to the balcony and looked in. Oh well. Hey there, Nancy. Full house, isn't it? If you're looking for the ranger, he should be in the bathroom across the hall freshening up. He should. Ask about Evan. You know where Mr. Richards is? Last I saw him, he was sitting on the jetty looking morose. He's not there anymore, and it looks like there was a struggle. Jack seems to be purposely preoccupying himself with the blanket. Oh, well, Mr. Richards will often go out on walks in the evenings. I'm sure that's all that happened. Uh-huh. Nancy, please, just stay indoors and keep to yourself, won't you? For your own good? No. Jack said Ranger Murdoch would be in here. I wonder where he could be. Faint noises from the closet. It sounds like someone's in there. Definitely hear someone or something in the upstairs closet. Hi. Oh, pardon me. You stumbled upon the ranger rummaging in the closet. Uh-huh. Ranger Murdoch, what are you doing in here? Oh, Miss Maple, is it? You've certainly gave me a start. Jack directed me to the bathroom, but I don't seem to be in the right place. What was your first clue? I'm used to being out in the wilderness, but a bucket doesn't seem that appropriate as a bathroom, eh? Your hair is a bit too kempt for me to believe that. Get out of here. Bathroom is across the hall from the spare room. Oh, I thought Jack said across from the stairs. My mistake, excuse me. Trying to jimmy open this lock. Padlock is still in very good condition. It appears to have spent most of its life indoors attached to the blue trunk, possibly in this very closet. Padlock looks even sturdier up close. Bet this thing would secure just about anything. Put key in padlock. Alright, so that's not what that key is for. I keep wanting to try the green chest, but anytime I say anything about the lock, she walks over and opens this one, so I'm gonna assume for now that the green chest is just for decoration. I see Ranger Murdoch has still missed the bathroom. Went off looking for the bathroom, I think. Yeah, he's doing something. Nessa's room is empty. Uh-huh. Listen with glass. What government agency did you say sent you, Mr. Respa? Your government sent me. The specific name of the agency escapes me. Here, I have the documents. I trust they're in order. Ah, thank you. Let's see. Yes, those look just fine. Of course they do. May I see your identification papers? There's a pause in the conversation. Even with the aid of the drinking glass, you strain to hear what comes next. See here, officer, I am a very busy man. I don't have time to root about in my documents to produce my identification papers at the moment. There's literally a murder investigation. You could not be any more suspicious. I'm here because my government is doing a favor to your government, yes? Strong international relationships are vital, especially in the times to come. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be, too upset about you pissing off one guy. Doubtless you're aware of the current state of world affairs. I am. So if I were you, I'd take a step back and turn your attention to the dead woman in the cellar. Which is, after all, the reason you're here. Of course. Have a good evening to you, Mr. Respa. So much for Canadian hospitality. Okay. Whoop. Let's get away from the door. Oh, Miss Maple, good evening. Yes, I know it's very confusing, but Albert's room is also not the bathroom. Good evening. Are you in the bathroom yet? Ranger Murdoch, please. Oh, alright. Pardon me. Good evening, Miss Maple. I'm just getting settled in for the night. Okay. Mm-hmm. Look at his little feet. He took off his boots. But yeah, I made the Alfred joke earlier. Talk, Ranger. Here's my chance to tell an officer of the law about what's happened to Margot. I should tell Ranger Murdoch about my investigation. Margot's illness and death seem quite suspicious. I should tell him about that. Good evening, Ranger Murdoch. How are you settling in? Oh, hello, Miss Maple. I'm settling in well. I had no idea there were so many folks at the lodge tonight. Ask about Margot. I'll examine Margot's body tomorrow morning. According to Jack, she had some health issues which probably contributed to her death. I'll be filling out a death certificate and notifying her next of kin, although Jack told me she doesn't really have any. Do I have anything helpful to tell Ranger Murdoch about Margot's death or my investigation into it? I do. Talk about, Jar. Ask about Jar. I know! He just gets here and then wanders around and now he's going to bed. Like, don't you have work to do, my dude? Ask about Nessa. Miss Crab, she was asking me about the theft of a brooch of hers. Afraid I can't help her. I've bigger fish to fry. I think she's looking for her brooch now, actually. I've been hearing rummaging around the house and voices in the rooms down the hall. Yeah, that's what she's doing. Okay, tell. There we are. I tried talk and it was like, no, you need to do something different. I found this jar floating in the water by the waterfall. It looks like someone was trying to dispose of it, but it got caught in the rocks. There's a white residue and a strip of damp flypaper inside. White residue? Maybe it's dried soap. I suppose it could be. Anyway, I witnessed Nessa pouring the contents of her silver flask out onto the grass. I'm not sure what was contained in that liquid, and it's long since soaked into the ground, unfortunately. You do know what's in there, what? I found Nessa's fingerprints on the outside of the jar. She definitely touched it. Why would Nessa do such a thing? I don't know. Must have something to do with the bit of flypaper in the jar. What's in flypaper? If I found a box of flypaper, I'd be able to examine it and find out. It's probably in the kitchen. Where does Jack keep his boxes of flypaper? Tell about hair. You have nothing compelling to say about that? Really? Tell about... Evan. Last time I saw Mr. Richards, he was drunk and sitting out on the jetty. Now he's gone. I think something bad could have happened to him. I see. Was the jetty wet? I don't think so. He probably didn't fall into the river then. He's probably somewhere on the grounds walking off the alcohol. Mr. Richards has had a difficult evening and probably wants to be alone right now. Uh-huh. Tell about poison. Okay, yeah. I think Margot was poisoned by arsenic. I heard that she died suddenly. Why do you think she was poisoned? Well, I don't really have any hard evidence. I just have a feeling. I'm afraid I'll need to see more than that, Nancy. Okay, so we do need to figure out that there's arsenic in the flypaper. I guess. Okay, they are looking for the brooch. Rustling and clattering, muttering voices. Not that one. The boudoir door's already closed, okay. But I can't close this one. Nessa, does this flypaper smell like arsenic to you? Talk, Nessa. What you doing? Nessa, how are you? Oh, it's you. Hey, your hair looks a little, you know, messy. Nessa ignores you and continues to rifle through Margot's things. Mr. Richards seems to be missing. Do you have an idea where he might be? Found some of your hair caught on a tree branch. It looked like it was pulled out with quite a bit of force. Yes, my hair got all tangled up when I was looking for Evan in the forest, and I had to pull pretty hard to get myself free. That certainly doesn't prove anything, except that Jack needs to get better at trimming the trees. Uh-huh. I have no idea where my good-for-nothing brother is. He's probably off in the woods somewhere sulking. Oh, my wife was murdered. Wah! Talk. Corvus. Mr. Shaw. Not right now, Miss Mabel. Can't you see we're busy? I know. Such a drama queen. Alright, I'm out. Alright, Kimmy, what was that all about? Hi, Nancy. Something wrong? I think it's time to move on. I feel like I've worn out my welcome here. Why do you say that? People here are so unfriendly, rude even. I much prefer birds in the great outdoors. Not to mention poor Margot. Yeah, uh-huh. The lodge is full of so much tension. Angry, muffled voices, slamming doors. I'm going to head to bed soon. Maybe things will look better in daylight. I hope so, Kimmy. Good night. Good night, Nancy. Before you go to bed, ask about... Okay, really hope I get to see them. It's one of the greatest public works projects of the past century. Ask about map. Which do you prefer to ask Kimmy about, the lodge map or Kimmy's map? What? Ask about Kimmy's map. Kimmy, why are we trying to burn this map in the fireplace? She's just gonna be like, ah, crap! Albert walked in, saw me looking at my map, and got extremely upset. I've no idea why. I told him if the map makes him so angry, I'd get rid of it. What's wrong with everyone? As much as I love the cormorants, I can't stand to stay here much longer. Why do you have a map with the Sulaks circled in red? Been planning to visit the Sulaks for ages. We discussed that on the automobile ride from the train station to the lodge. The Sulaks are a civil engineering marvel. They're the linchpin of the Great Lakes. Oh, that's right, I do remember. Uh-huh. She's drawing pictures of cormorants. Interesting. Uh-huh. Let's, examine Corvus' shoes. You peer into the shiny, well-maintained shoes. Thanks to the loop, you can read the size printed on the sole, even though it's a bit faded. These shoes are size 14. Oh my god! Seeing as they are set down by Corvus' bed, I think it's safe to assume they are his shoes. Okay, we've got Kimmy's shoe size. We do need to get... Nessa doesn't have any shoes in here. Coming in. Forgot to lock my door again. Ha ha! You suck. Had more than enough of your company, Nancy. Please leave me to my work. Yeah, you keep working. I'm just look in closet. Uh-huh. Examine shoes. You can see a small number 12 marked on the insides of the shoes. Okay. Examine coat. Clothes are so neatly arranged that you're afraid to touch them lest you incur Albert's persnickety wrath. Uh-huh. Ask about button. Does this metal button belong to you, Mr. Respa? Don't wear anything with buttons like that. Okay. Ask Corvus about button. Does metal button belong to you, Corvus? Oh, indeed. It must have fallen off when I was out for a stroll. Aha, so this button belongs to Corvus. Dun dun dun. I don't know, Kimmy's still my prime suspect here. She's currently trying to fly the coop here. Why don't you find your friend Kimmy? Or someone else who would appreciate your attempts at drumming up conversation. I'm not here to talk. Size check. Figure out whose shoe made the shoe print on the jetty. Okay, so I need to go back there and look at it again now that we know, the 14s are Corvus's. And we need to confirm what size shoes, Nessa wears. Well, there we go. I can't say for certain, though. Okay. So where could we find Nessa's shoes? Can I look at your boots? You peek into Ranger Murdoch's boots, but you don't see any label indicating their size. Can I help you with anything, Miss Maple? Oh no, not at all. Ask about shoe size. His boots are size 12, why do you ask? Just trying to make conversation, right? So we already looked at those boots. Eh, eh. I do know that Nessa was going to go outside. We can see if there's any shoe prints here. See some shoe prints by the wooden bench. Those look very fresh. Made a few hours ago at most. Due to the shade provided by the bench and nearby trees, the ground under and around it is damper and softer than other areas. That's why there are shoe prints here and nowhere else. Nice. Look at them. Size 14. Yep. Okay, we already know that's Corvus. Unfortunately, I haven't seen anyone sit here, so I don't know who made these. We did, but then we died. Okay, there's no shoe prints over here. Should we go check where Nessa was pouring out? Not pouring out. I mean, we could check over there too. Don't see anything noteworthy. Don't want to risk falling out and dying again. I mean, I am down here by the jetty, so... Size 14 foot. Compare footprints. Achieves little effect. Okay. This is where we saw the hair. So we need to find some footprints that aren't actively part of the crime scene. We already tried to check for footprints here. See anything noteworthy? Okay. See anything noteworthy? I could just go and ask what size shoe Nessa wears. She's probably just gonna be annoyed with me and not answer, but... Ask Nessa shoe size. I don't care at all about that. Nessa? It's, about shoes. Nessa smirks at you. Playing detective, are you? Well, I won't be playing along. Maybe I'm just chatting about shoes. You don't just... Come on. Size check. So yeah, we just still need Nessa's. Oh man, what if I were to spill some, something all over your skirt? Then you would have to replace it, right? And then we could see your shoes. We also need to figure out the flypaper thing still. Hmm. See if there's any shoe prints in here, but I doubt it. Nah. You have no desire to take a closer look at that. Where would you keep the extra flypaper? As much as you hate looking at that strip of flypaper loaded with flies, you don't have any more flypaper as a replacement. Jack, where are you? I would imagine he'd keep it in the kitchen, right? Look in drawers. Take flypaper. Okay. Maybe in the utility closet. That's a good idea. Upstairs. The almonds are gone. This isn't the utility closet. I've been bamboozled. There we go. No flypaper in here. Um... Maybe in the garden? I doubt it, but... Oh, let's talk to Nathan. I have to go back and take a closer look at the jetty, I guess. But let's find that flypaper first. Where's Jack for real? Let me in. Take fly paper. There we go. New box of flypaper with a drawing of an unsettlingly large fly on the front. There's a very small label on the side of the cover. Box feels a bit light. Let's look at that label. Contains arsenic. The label sports a skull and crossbones. Thanks to your loop, you can read danger contains arsenic, do not eat. Uh-oh. Yeah. Ranger Murdoch! Let me double check that these are actually Margot's boots. Yep. Quick fingerprint the box. Nah, it didn't mention there anything about smudges, so I don't think it's gonna let us do that this time. I can go out on the balcony and just look in at him. Ask about arsenic. Ranger Murdoch, I'd like to discuss my investigation with you. Ah, there we go. Your investigation? Yes, into Margot's suspicious death. Know that the flypaper here at the lodge contains arsenic. If Margot was poisoned, the killer could have somehow used the flypaper I found. I should tell Ranger Murdoch about Margot's illness. Tell about Margot's illness. Tell Ranger Murdoch what you've discovered so far. I've examined Margot's body and made some interesting observations about the state of her health before her death. It's fairly unusual that Margot would have this type of skin lesion. These don't look like bug bites or anything else I can easily identify. Yes, I agree with you on that. What about Margot's hair? You haven't even gone down and examined the body yet. What do you mean you agree? You're actually the worst. I don't think allergies would account for the poor condition of Margot's hair. It's brittle and seems to be falling out, creating thinning and balding areas on her scalp. Dead bodies are icky. Okay. But I'm no doctor. Maybe taking some of her hair to a laboratory for analysis would be fruitful. Margot suffered from aches and pains that had gotten more acute recently. That would be suspicious. Okay. Okay, I guess that's it. Do I need to go down there and take her hair? Probably not, right? Okay. We still need to figure out Nessa's shoe size. But it does keep saying I need to look around the jetty some more, so I guess we'll do that. Wrong way. Examine jetty. Examine shoe print. Size 14 foot. Okay, put 2 and 2 together, Nancy. The only people with size 14 feet. There's only one. Nessa, you're in a closet full of, fancy clothes. How about you try some of them on? If you dare touch a thing. Looking for my ruby brooch, the one Margot stole. Oh, well, I can help you look for it. Not in your life. You'll just pocket it for yourself. Get out of here. No. Examine shoes. Okay. Or are you trying to get in that trunk? Ask about blue trunk. Okay. He does not want to say anything about that. So I still have this key. Does she have a little locked jewelry box? Maybe it goes to her, vanity here. Alright, let's see. What? Uh-huh. Vanity drawers are... okay. There we go. Slide the small silver key into the vanity's lock. It fits perfectly. Okay. Most of the drawers are full of various cosmetics meant for various parts of the face and don't interest you, but one drawer holds something worthy of closer inspection. You see a slim wooden box with a hinged lid and smooth leather handle. Examine box. You don't see that right now. You don't? Really? Look at handle. Leather handle has been worn smooth with use. Fingerprint box. Try opening the kit first. Okay, open kit. Bursting with curiosity, you open the slim wooden kit. Look, kit. It contains a host of mysterious objects of particular interest are a pamphlet, a glass bottle, a metal box, and a small ampule. Read. Sorry, you can't do that. Read paper. No, not the pamphlet. The cover of the pamphlet reads Ehrlich's Magic Bullet, kit prepared by W. Martindale, chemist. Small ampule contains whitish yellow powder. It has a paper label. Read label. Paper label reads Salvarsan, 6 grams. Single use, manufactured by W. Martindale. An even smaller print near the bottom of the label that you can't quite make out. I can't use my... okay. Look, tin. Whitish yellow powder is still difficult to identify on sight alone. Luckily, there's a paper label on the ampule. Yes. What else is there again? Open metal box. You've never been good at opening these types of little metal boxes. After chipping a nail, you decide to leave it alone. Huh. Feel wrong to take any of Margot's things. She gave me the key. Well, I guess she didn't give it to me, but she also didn't resist, so... Antibiotic drug that was introduced at the beginning of the 1910s? Okay. I expect it'll tell you that? Okay. Look at it closer. Ugh. Take metal box. Don't take it. I've already forgotten what this says. If only I could spell pamphlet correctly. Uh-huh. Can't fingerprint it. Okay. Haven't looked at the glass bottle yet. There's a rubber tube that is attached to its neck. Rubber tube surely performs an inexplicable medical purpose. I tried to open the metal box and I cannot get it open. Inexplicable. Can I jimmy it open with the metal button? I do have an ice pick. Doesn't accomplish anything. Open box with button. Bah! What else do I have on me? Open box with trowel. Damn. See if it has a groove or something. Shiny metal lid may have some oily smudges on it. Okay. Fingerprint box. There we go. 2 fingerprints on the metal box. What if there are more fingerprints to be found? Okay, yeah. Okay, so I can't just fingerprint the whole kit. I have to do each thing individually. Lift box prints. Okay. Fingerprint bottle. Lift bottle prints. Fingerprint and peel. Okay. Slips off the smooth glass surface. Okay. Single use, so it makes sense it hasn't been touched yet. Fingerprint pamphlet. Ah. Take a closer look at this fingerprint. Lift please stop making me type pamphlet. Print. Interesting. Close the kit. Make sure nobody else can get to that. Alright. Check prints. 2 different fingerprints from the glass bottle and the wooden kit. Metal box. Fingerprint belongs to Mr. Richards. Yes, the one on the glass on the jetty. We got that. Compare prints. Yes, yes. Fingerprint on the glass jar belongs to Nessa. Haven't discovered any new fingerprints yet. What? What? Ugh. Okay, that belongs to Margot. That's fine. Not surprised that Margot's fingerprints are on the pamphlet, but maybe I should take a look. Yep, Examine box prints. Margot and Jack. Why are Jack's fingerprints here? Examine bottle prints. Margot and Jack. Okay, there we go. Close the kit. Close drawers. And lock drawers. But where's Jack? Fingerprinting is a handy way to identify individuals and connect them to crimes. I don't have much cause to use the technique much out in these parts. Ask for fingerprint. No! Let me fingerprint you! Fine. Where is Jack? He's just gone right now. Oh, maybe he is in the cellar. Nope. Dude is just gone. He set up that bed and then got out of here. He's not in here. Hmm. May have been kidnapped and is being turned into a walrus. Hi, Ian. I see you've changed your name again. Okay, so we still need Nessa's footprints. We need to find Jack. What the? Oh, it was this. I wasn't looking at that spot and I thought somebody turned a light off over there. Time to check every lodge room. I've already done that. I guess he could have moved. People have been known to do that on occasion. We never went to the conservatory. Hi, Jack. Ask Jack. See what happens if we ask him about the flypaper. Thanks for fetching the box of flypaper. Do me a favor and replace the flypaper strip over by the door in the kitchen. Maybe I should ask Jack about the flypaper in the jar I found. Ask about flypaper in jar. Oh yeah, that's one of my jam jars. Yup. Why is there flypaper inside? Where'd all the jam go? Did you eat it all? Yup. Mm-hmm. Who on earth's throwing them away like that? It's Nessa. We already had this conversation. Arsenic. Says so right on the box. Kills flies dead. Good evening, Miss Maple. Welcome to my lair. Saw Nessa pouring out the silver flask. That's where she stored the extracted poison. I need to tell Ranger Murdoch about that. I already did. Ask about... Kit. Thank you. I forgot what we were doing here for a minute. Found a strange kit in Margot's vanity. You know anything about that? It was full of interesting things. A kit? I don't know anything about that. Found your fingerprints on the kit, Jack. Do you have something to do with Margot's death? No, Margot had a medical condition and I helped her take her medicine. But I never asked what was in it. The writing on the labels are tiny. My eyes are bad. I couldn't read them and didn't try. I know. You know? You heard us? Jack goes red. Ah, yes, once. I didn't mean to. That probably sounded really suspicious, but Nancy, we were friends. And friends only. You think her treatments killed her? We were always so careful. Was it dangerous or poisonous? I actually don't know if anything in Margot's kit was poisonous. I should examine the contents of that kit more closely, see what I could find. I tried, and you won't let me use the loop to look at it. Okay. Well, while we're here, let's replace the flypaper. Drop the old strip of flypaper onto the waste paper basket below. Gag. You open the flypaper box to replace the strip of flypaper. Oh, the box is empty. How convenient! Throw away empty box. Doesn't accomplish anything. Jack! There's not any more flypaper. Okay, well. I don't know if I need to go back out in the shed and get more or what. Let's go back up and look in that stupid kit again. We'll just skip a step here and do it all in one. I guess I didn't examine each of the things. The small ampule is a single-use glass vessel that prevents air from spoiling its contents. There's a paper label pasted to it. Read small print. Read small print with loop. Oh my god! We're just picking it up! Just to look at it. Okay, how else can I look at small print other than with my tiny magnifying glass that I have with me at all times? Yep, okay, so examine just gives me the fingerprints. I've got that. So I need to... Do we have anything else I could use to look at tiny things? Other than this! I could look at it with the glass. I mean, we can try that as a verb. Yeah. That's literally what you're telling me to do. Come on. I don't know what it wants me to do here. Walkthrough I've been using only goes to chapter 4. We're on our own. Oh no! We're boned. Why would any of the other examines we tried, like, there are multiple tiny labels. And anytime I just say examine blank and there's multiple, it doesn't do it because I have to specify which one. Okay. Compound contains arsenic. Administration in excess may lead to nausea, seizures, and death. Do not exceed appropriate dosage. Arsenic. Oh dear. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's save, because we haven't saved in a while. Arsenic. But they're open. Fine. Anyway, Jack, everything is arsenic. I wouldn't eat any of those Jordan almonds either. There's probably arsenic in those. About Kit. Dun dun dun, I honestly kind of figured it was arsenic again. Alright, we'll skip past this that we've already seen. Alright, do you think her treatments killed her? We were always so careful. Was it dangerous or poisonous? The tiny label on the ampule says it contains arsenic. It's pretty deadly stuff. Didn't find your fingerprints on anything in the kit that warned about arsenic, though. So I think it's possible you didn't know that Margot's medicine could be poisonous if an incorrect dose was given. I didn't, I swear. The little glass ampules are single use. We couldn't have used too much. Didn't find any fingerprints at all on the ampules, which supports your claims that they were used once and then discarded. I may believe you, Jack. Looks like Margot was getting regular doses of arsenical compounds. Doesn't appear her death was caused by an accidental overdose or intentional poisoning with her kit. Wonder what could have happened. I don't know. Look, Nancy, Margot and me were friends. I never meant her any harm. Doses had to be injected, which she couldn't do by herself. They were extremely painful, too. Aren't you investigate people who didn't like Margot? I'm doing that, too. Nessa, for instance. It's no secret those two didn't get along. Jack may be onto something there. You think? It's not a bad idea, Jack. Thanks. Go on, then. Nessa has been up to some suspicious activity, actually. What? Saw her pouring liquid out of a silver flask in the orchard. She was having a furtive conversation with Corvus. They didn't want me to hear it. But I managed. Nessa dumped a bunch of jars over the waterfall to the east. I found Nessa's fingerprint on the jar, so she can't deny it. You don't say. Okay, but we still need to figure out what size shoes she wears. Tell Ranger about Margot's death after the meeting. Okay, but I already did that. A fun side note, the drug was used to treat syphilis, relapsing fever, and African trypanosomiasis. Okay. What is that, sleeping sickness or something? One of them. First effective treatment for syphilis. Interesting. Tell about Margot. Wish I got to know her better. Now that she's gone, she'll always be a mystery to me. I know that feeling. I'm sorry. Tell about Margot murder. Okay. Discuss investigation. Yep, sleeping sickness. Yep. Yeah, that one's passed by insects, right? Specifically the assassin bugs or whatever. Okay, the killer could have used the flypaper. Oh, okay, so she just gives him the short version here, and he's like, okay, cool. Oh, right, that one's the tsetse fly. The assassin bugs give Chagas disease. Amazing work, Miss Maple. Truly well observed and reasoned. Say you want to be a geologist or mineralogist? You do very well as a detective. Why, thank you. Teehee. Your findings are very helpful. I'll collect my own evidence and make my own inquiries. Thank you very much. You can leave this with me now. You're welcome. I'm happy to help. Alright, cool. Investigate forest north of Jetty for clues. Examine long hair. I think I already did that. Yeah. Um. Okay, I already did that. I found fingerprints. Can I place anyone else at the jetty? Need everyone's shoe sizes before I can figure that out. Yeah, I still need to find Nessa's. Might be the only game I can think of where your character's a super nosy person that no one accuses of being the guilty party. I tried that, and it didn't say that there was anything worth looking at. But it's very possible that I just didn't do it in the right spot or type exactly the right thing, so we can definitely try where her hair was again. That, or when I said look for footprints, it just looked at the ones that were over here. Uh. I mean, okay. Size 14 and a size 8, got it. See some faint shoe prints on the path. Okay, women's size 8, smaller shoe prints. I guess, yeah. Examine shoe prints by tree. Bah! Yeah, I have everybody's shoe prints except for Nessa's. That's what we're trying to get right now. And we found her hair right here, so it really seems like there would have been some, like... Yeah, there's east and south. Appreciate it, though. And she didn't leave any in the orchard, I guess. Ah. Nothing noteworthy back here. I mean, she would have had to come in here to get the flypaper, right? There are no shoes in her room now. At least not any that were sitting out. I might have to look at her wardrobe. I was thinking there was a reason we couldn't do that, but... Let's actually go check up there. Uh-huh. Painted drawers are empty. Look. Cabinet. Currently empty. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Okay. Unlock luggage. Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked to hear that other people struggled with this too. I said cupboards with an S. Ugh. Essa prefers to live out of her suitcase, yep. know I don't need to do this, but I don't know. I feel better doing it. Okay, so we need to get into her suitcase, maybe? Okay. Yeah. A big padlock on it that requires a key, which you don't have. Jack, my dude. Don't have the padlock key. I lent it to Albert. You could ask him. Yeah, because he's gonna help. You're too curious. I am too curious. My dude. Does he have it anywhere in the bed? I guess it's just Albert things in the trunk anyway, so that's not gonna help me with my current predicament, but... Um... It mentions her skirt being too long to see her, Show me your ankles, Nessa. Ask for shoes. How'd you look it up? Ugh. How far removed is it from something a normal person would attempt? Okay, I already asked her about her hair. About skirt. You can't use skirt in this game. Oh, what? Clearly that's false. We styling. Okay, what does it want me to do? First floor inside the lodge, okay. It's not over there by the Jordan almonds, is it? No footprints in the mud room. Yeah, because we came in here in, like, chapter 1, and I looked at all of the boots instantly. So we've had that information for a very, very long time. I don't think there was anything in here. Ah, locker. There we go. Old red shirt hanging onto the hook of the left locker. Okay. More old clothes. Okay. Okay. I want to pull that wallpaper down. Nothing in here. I know she spent time in here before. So yeah, this is where that trail led. The large puddle in front of the double doors leading outside the lodge. Some of the liquid is soaked into the plush carpeting, but a good deal of it is still a puddle on the hardwood flooring. Yep, Canadian whiskey, and look, that looks like shoe prints. Possibly from the decanter that's on the sideboard. Was on the sideboard. What did that teach me? Examine East Path shoe prints. Okay, what? It's not here. Where could it be? And a glass is missing. You don't see anything noteworthy. What? We already found where they were. What? That's weird. Oh yeah, I know he took the whiskey bottle. We found him on the docks. That's why I'm surprised Nancy's looking at it now and going, oh, someone took it! Like, yeah, Nancy, you saw where it was. We've already been down to the jetty and we saw that it was there while he was drinking it and now it's smashed. Like, Someone has stepped on the documents scattered over the lush carpet and has created very clear imprints of their shoes. Okay. I already know Kimmy's shoe size, so this shoe print must belong to Nessa. These shoe prints definitely came from a woman's shoes, judging from the heel, and none of the men have feet nearly this small. Size 8, there we go. She's supposed to come into the dining room first to see the whiskey bottle missing and then find Evan at the jetty. Alright. That makes sense. Okay. Can definitely say that Nessa had something to do with her brother's disappearance. Fantastic. I got everybody's shoe sizes. Corvus wears a 14. He was involved in the altercation at the jetty. Nessa's and Corvus's shoe prints were found leading away from the jetty. Not to mention their shoe prints are all around the smokehouse. Mr. Richards seems to have been dragged into the smokehouse, though I'm still not sure why. Judging by the shoe prints in the area, I'd say Corvus and Nessa are the culprits. I've learned everyone's shoe sizes and ruled out all other possibilities, so I feel pretty confident about this conclusion. I did find it. We did some good sleuthing. Yeah, I knew that mess was gonna be significant somehow, but I wasn't expecting it to be this. I figured we would have found something important, like, I don't know, some other information, you know, on actual text, but that's fine. Also recovered one of Corvus's vest buttons. It seems to have come loose in the struggle, but I need to connect the evidence outside the smokehouse with the incident at the jetty. Should go back to the jetty and take a closer look. Upon closer inspection, you think you can barely discern a couple of oily spots on one of the papers. Fingerprint papers. Yes, get them dirty. Found a couple of distinct fingerprints. Hey. Do I have to lift those or no? I do. Alright. Compare prints. Overturned drinking glass. Got it. Fingerprint on the glass jar belongs to Nessa. Got it. One of these fingerprints I lifted from the documents in the study belongs to Mr. Richards, which is as it should be, but the other belongs to Nessa. Yes, we saw her rifling through them. What? Like... Okay. Sure. Proof Nessa was meddling in the study, other than this big mess. Okay. Alright, so now I need to go back out to the jetty, I guess. Or no, I need to go to, the smokehouse and talk to Nathan. There we go. Nathan, I have stuff! There we go. Oh! Nancy, I'm busy. Please step outside. Rummaging. I have helpful information. What? Okay, we've already seen this, like, 3 times. Learned everyone's shoe sizes, and I ruled out all other possibilities, so I feel pretty confident about this conclusion. I've also recovered one of Corvus's vest buttons. It seems to have come loose in the struggle. Need to connect the evidence outside the smokehouse with the incident at the jetty. I should go back to the jetty and take a closer look. Okay. I mean, I think this path does a pretty dang good job at connecting the evidence here, but sure. Yes, yes, fall into the jetty. The one short eye needs to point out about Nancy's inconsistencies of her own memory. But I mean, that's how all of these older games, were, so... Okay, so what? How do we... Connect evidence. I can't use evidence in this game. Well, duh! Compare prints, no. Examine shoe prints. We already know that there's size 14s there. I don't think there were any size 8s here. Okay. Examine glass. Evan's fingerprint, yep. Examine scuff. Alright, have fun. We won't be going for too much longer. Probably gonna wrap it up once we, figure out what exactly it wants us to do here. We already found his fingerprints. I mean, I could... Do I need to fingerprint the actual jetty? No. We already got the fingerprints on the glass. Examine puddles. Yup, it's whiskey. Definitely alcohol, not river water. Is that what I was missing? Mr. Richards was here not that long ago. If he'd drunkenly fallen into the river, I'd expect to see watermarks on the jetty here where his impact caused splashes. Besides the spilled alcohol, the jetty is dry. Okay, we have a note. He didn't fall from the jetty into the river. Alright, we got that. Examine path. Okay. Those are things that we've already looked at. Jetty looks like a good place for fishing. Okay. Broken glass and the decanter. Here at the shattered remains of what is clearly the crystal decanter from the dining room. Okay. Yep. The decanter would have needed to be picked up and thrown down with some force to break it like this. Okay, are there fingerprints on it? The dozens of jagged shards. Yep, okay. Yep. Alright. Fingerprint decanter. 2 fingerprints. Okay, lift prints. Alright. Compare prints. I know that one. Okay, Evans and Nessa's fingerprints on the crystal decanter fragments. Got it. According to my findings, Evan was dragged away from the jetty. He didn't wander off, and he didn't fall into the river, nor did he jump in. Corvus was involved somehow, and so was Nessa. Satisfied with my investigation of the jetty. Okay, that's what I was missing. I figured we didn't want to touch the decanter considering that it's just jagged glass, but sure. According to what I've deduced, Nessa and Corvus attacked Mr. Richards, the jetty. I think we're missing a word in there. And dragged him into the smokehouse. Their shoe prints are all over the jetty and leading to the smokehouse. The scuff marks I found came from rubber-soled shoes, the kind that Mr. Richards wears. No one else at the lodge wears shoes or boots with rubber soles. One of Corvus's vest buttons somehow ended up near the smokehouse, too. Some of Nessa's hair was caught in a tree between the jetty and the smokehouse. That's definitely unusual. Nessa and Corvus were discussing something about a will. But whose? Nessa, you know whose. Not Nessa. Nancy, you know whose. Oh, but I remember overhearing a conversation between them about looking for Evans and Nessa's father's will. Hey, there we go. But I know that their father didn't leave behind a will. Uh-oh. Could Nessa and Corvus be writing their own will and trying to force Evan to sign it? But how will that be of any help to them unless... Uh-oh. I'm satisfied with my investigation so far. It's time to go inside the smokehouse and share what I've learned with Nathan. Thank you. Okay. Case closed. Nathan. Nathan, I'm here. Nathan, I have a theory about what's happened to Evan. I'm listening. There are shoe prints all over the jetty leading into the smokehouse. Yes, I saw those, but I have no idea who those could belong to. I do! I did a bit of detective work and learned the shoe sizes of everyone in the lodge. You did? I certainly did. And according to my findings, I've concluded that Nessa and Corvus dragged Mr. Richards off the jetty and into the smokehouse. That makes a lot of sense to me, Nancy, but where is he now? That's what we need to find out. You're absolutely right about that. Please let me take a look in here and see what I can find. Yo, is he just in the salt? You've done very well, Nancy. Maybe you can figure out where Evan is now. So far, I've come up empty-handed. Need salt for rituals. You have to keep him preserved. Thanks, Nathan. I'll try not to let you down. You find anything of significance, let me know as soon as possible. Will do. Oh, one more thing. Yes, Nancy? Nessa seems to be desperately looking for something. I'm not sure what. She's made a mess of the study. There are papers all over. I think it has something to do with a will. I heard them talking about it in the parlor last night. A will? Come to think of it, they were discussing Evans and Nessa's father's will. That was after dinner yesterday. Mr. Richards Sr. didn't leave a will. I know that, which means Nessa and Corvus aren't trying to get him to reveal its location. I think they want even more than that. What if Nessa and Corvus intend on creating a new will, but it's Evans? To ensure Nessa will inherit the lodge and land after he dies. I need to go talk to Jack about all this. Meet us in the study when you're finished here. You can tell us all about this... Ersatz? I don't know what that is. Will and the mineralogical report, then. I have never seen that word before. Good luck, Nancy. Good luck to you, too. Alright. What have we here? Let's look. Array of smoked meat and fish. Work table with deeply scratched work surface. Big bag of salt. Barrel and a large pot. Debris. And there might be something on the wall. What happened here? Let's examine the debris. Inspecting the Jordan almond fragments through your loop, you can see the conchoidal fractures in the candy shell that remind you of the sharpest obsidian. Oh my god, stop, nerd. It's candy. Shiny like obsidian too. Eek. Know that Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be that these were used against him? Absolutely. This looks bad. Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be Nessa was trying to weaponize them to use against him? I don't know. Maybe that's why Nessa brought the Jordan almonds in the first place. She could have been scheming this entire time. Dun dun dun. Examine wall. There's a symbol marked in something sticky and red on the smokehouse wall. Jam? The symbol appears to be a circle within a circle. The smaller circle is copiously filled in with the red substance. Target was behind this all along. Uh-oh. I wonder what the symbol is painted with. It's definitely not paint. It's sticky, drippy red and a bit chunky. Eek. Lick symbol. No way! No way! Seriously questioning your own judgment, you crane your neck toward the wall and stick out your tongue. You gingerly touch the tip of your tongue to the smokehouse wall. Tastes like raspberry jam. I was right. Take object. There's something you can't use. Take thing. You've already taken the button. Take item. You've already taken the button. Okay. I want to know what that flashing is. Examine salt. Yep. Yep. Examine barrel. Examine pot. Okay, we've already looked at those things. Okay, so we found Jordan almonds and some kind of jam target. When I leave, there's no telling who could come here and tamper with the scene inside. I don't think I'm done with my investigation here. Okay. Examine floor. There aren't many smooth surfaces in here. Jordan almonds! You carefully dust the Jordan almond fragments for fingerprints, and amazingly, you're able to recover a partial fingerprint from one of the larger pieces of Jordan almond. Yes! Lift print. Lift fingerprint. Sorry, you can't do that? What? Examine print. After comparing the partial fingerprint you obtained from the Jordan almond pieces, you conclude Nessa is the one who crushed these Jordan almonds in the smokehouse. I couldn't have guessed that. Detective Munchlax will be needing those almonds for evidence. Let's look at the floor. Thanks to your loop, you can clearly see that the yellow fibers on the floor of the smokehouse are from hempen rope. Fibers have broken off into small twisted strands, possibly caused by friction. What or who could have done this? Could it be that Mr. Richards was tied up here in the smokehouse? Uh-oh. You can also clearly see cookie crumbs on the floor. Munchlax. It's one of the thumbprint cookies. These look like the crumbs from the cookies that Jack was baking earlier. I even see bits of jam. Dun dun dun. You'll never catch Munchlax. Examine crumbs. At the end of the loop, you conclude that the crumbs are probably from the thumbprint cookies you saw Jack baking earlier. Yep, they've got jam on them. Who would bring thumbprint cookies into the smokehouse? That's right. Evan always did just put them in his pockets, right? Okay, is there anything else I needed to look at? I think I figured it out. Nessa crushed the Jordan almonds on the table. Mr. Richards is allergic to nuts. Could it be she was trying to weaponize them against him? Yes. Yep. Judging from the frayed rope fibers, Mr. Richards could have been tied up in the smokehouse after he disappeared from the jetty. I think Mr. Richards partially freed himself and painted a symbol with raspberry jam. He took care to conceal the symbol under the table. It could indicate where he was taken next. Symbol looks like the thumbprint cookies that I saw Jack baking, and their middles were filled with raspberry jam. I remember Jack saying that Mr. Richards liked to stash the cookies in his pockets. I did find cookie crumbs on the floor in the smokehouse. But what does Halangrata mean? I should ask someone. We already know! Jack already said it to us. Talk to Nathan and Jack about all of this. Alright. Let's go. I just want to go to the front. There we go. That's what I wanted. I mean, I could just walk into the kitchen, right? Not like that. It's fine. Jack! Look for Evan. He's not in here. Gentlemen. Hey. Talk about Evan. Oh my god! Talk, Jack. I have my theory of what happened in the smokehouse, but I still don't know where Mr. Richards was taken. To find out what, Is it 2 T's? Yep. Yep, those were the cookies. He already told us about that earlier. They're called thumbprint cookies in English, but they're also called Halangrata. That's a Swedish word. What does it mean? It means raspberry cave. Oh. Ah, yes, Jack says that's the Swedish name for thumbprint cookies. It means raspberry cave. Yes. Thank you, Nathan. Raspberry Cave in Swedish, so if Mr. Richards is trying to help people find him, then he's in a place that would be like a raspberry cave. Garnets! He must have been taken to the garnet mines! What's Nessa planning? I don't have a good feeling about this. I'll talk to Nat, maybe he can help. Ask about garnet mines. Those were before my time, I don't know where the garnet mines are, so don't bother asking. Dangerous places, mines, stay away. Okay. I should have specified Nate, that's fine. Settlers have mined these lands before. We already got that. Ask where garnet mines are. You can't use where in this game. I mean, he's just gonna tell the same stuff again. Tell about Evan. Evan seems like a very nice man. Oh my god. Not I. Notebook. Talk to Jack or Nathan. Evan has possibly been taken to the garnet mines. Okay. And then it said to, Oh, okay. I just needed to do that. I didn't need anything specific. You breathlessly tell Nathan and Jack your theory about what happened in the smokehouse, ending with your belief that Mr. Richards was taken to the garnet mines. You think Mr. Richards was taken to the garnet mines? I do! Those have been sealed shut for decades, which makes them a perfect place to hide someone. Uh-oh. We should drive out there and check, just in case. I agree, it'll take some time to prep the automobile. To the carriage house! I'll meet you there. I'm gonna fetch Ranger Murdoch. Stay put here in the lodge, Nancy, in case Mr. Richards comes back. No. Well, I'm certainly not going to just wait around here. I'll convince Jack and Nathan to take me with them. They need all the help they can get. But before I head out, should I check in with the other folks in the lodge? We absolutely should. Yeah, I'm thinking we also missed out on the Nancy and Albert meeting. Nessa and Albert meeting. Oh well. Okay, I think I am actually going to save here and call it for the day. I have some things to work on, and I need to grab some lunch, so... To the Garnet Mines. So yeah, we got a lot of work done today. Very interesting. We got a little stuck for a bit, but we figured it out, so it's fine. But yeah, very, very interesting. I think we'll go ahead and try to wrap this up tomorrow instead of Toe Jam and Earl. Considering again that all 2 weeks ago was Toe Jam and Earl, so that'll be fine. Yeah. Good work today, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we will be back to probably wrap this up tomorrow. Alright. See y'all later.